Okay. So, Atri, I got what you wrote yesterday when I shared it with me, and I loved it, Atri. Excellent work. Okay. All
Thank you, sir.
those who have not done it, make sure you all do it. Okay. Remember yesterday's homework? Kirti, what was yesterday's homework?
We had to write about any of the things which we want to achieve in 2047.
Correct. Right? And we gave you some set of goals, the United
Sir, I've
Nations.
thought a little bit about it. I've actually not done it yet. Like I've thought about it, and I have some.
No problem.
I can
Do
share.
it. Whenever you do it, y'all can upload it in the classroom assignment that your
Okay.
TAs would
So
have shared.
I have sent what goal I want to achieve by 2047 to Vanessa.
Great, Joanne. Joanne, I can't see you. Just a few.
Huh?
I can't see. Is your camera on?
Yeah, I'm about to turn my camera.
Okay, fine. Karnam, Manas, Ovi, Sai Charan, Siddhant. Today, if you all not give your camera on, I won't be able to guide you all because there are certain postures that I may ask you all to do. Yeah. So it's important for your cameras to be on.
That's 1 minute. Just
All right.
my place I'm sitting in is really messy.
Cool. Let's start. Anyone knows the topic for today? What's the topic for today?
Same as yesterday.
Same as yesterday?
Yeah. Sir, I think we are gonna do some yoga and exercises
You're doing some
and how
yoga.
it can help AI.
Okay. Fine.
How is yoga supposed to help AI?
How is yoga supposed to help AI? Acha, so Karthik says the topic is going to be dance and yoga. Oh. Good. Lot of expectations.
Then I was thinking, how can yoga help AI?
Yoga.
Okay. Today's
You can.
topic is going to be connecting yoga with physics. I'm going to combine both of my passions. I also am a physics teacher along with a yoga teacher, and dance, of course, is my passion. So today I'm going to draw some parallels between physics and yoga. How many of you love physics as much as you love maths? So I see quite a few hands being raised up. Obviously, physics and maths go hand in hand. It's like English and mathematics got married and physics was born. Okay, I always say that. Physics
Sir, I
is the
feel it's more
byproduct
like
of English and
science
maths.
and mathematics are born, married, and then
No,
physics.
physics is a science. Right?
Yeah, so that's why physics.
Yeah, so English and maths, when they get combined together, okay, basic English as a basic language, basic understanding. Okay, and when I
Okay, yeah, I
combine it
think
with
that's
mathematics,
fine.
it is physics. All right, cool.
No.
So, and today, interestingly, I will teach you in a no PPT format. Now, this is a trend that I have started because I think both the teacher and the students are now tired of PPTs. Okay, PPT, all listen, get bored, and then, oh my God, one more PPT again, right? Now I'm going to go old school. You know, in old school, my teachers used to have a blackboard and they used to have a chalk. And that chalk was a very good tool for those teachers. The chalk can be used to write. And then if some child is doing some musty or, you know, what will happen to that chalk? Anyone knows? What happens?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It happened to me. It happened to me. Yeah, they throw it at them. It happened to me.
Nice headshot. One nice vibhuti will come. Patak! When if I don't put vibhuti from home and come, my teacher will put nice headshot will come. Right? So right now I am in a virtual atmosphere. I can't really throw my virtual pen at you. All right. But I'm going to use the whiteboard of Zoom. And I'm going to write a lot of stuff in my beautiful handwriting. Okay. And I was being sarcastic. You will see in a while how beautiful my handwriting is. Okay. Extra chocolate for y'all if y'all can understand my handwriting. And then
Everyone I meet always says that their handwriting is bad.
is it?
Most of the people. But none of them is actually bad. It's pretty good.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
leave you all as the judge of it in the next few minutes. Okay. And so you can keep a notebook ready with you. Okay, because today there are a lot of things that I will be going through and writing. So if you all don't have a notebook and a pen with you, you quickly get it and then we'll start. Okay, I'm giving you all 1 minute.
Sir, I don't really see the point of a notebook in this darkness.
Then let there be light, my darling. Let there be light. See, IPL time again. Always.
Doesn't the match start at 7:30?
Yeah, it starts at 7:30, but my friends know. Super restless friends.
I see. There was light.
Hey, there.
Yes.
Awesome. Cool.
I just tried a different light.
Okay. So I'm assuming most of you are back with your notebooks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start. So the topic for today is the connection between physics and yoga. Okay. And we'll
By
see
the way,
how
what were you
it's usually
saying? I just now came.
Mhm.
What were you saying, sir?
Nothing. We were just
Okay.
cracking random jokes. Nothing.
Okay. Physics and yoga.
Yeah. Physics and yoga is going to be the topic for today. We're going to connect physics and yoga. So first, before I start the topic, I want to ask maybe Karthik. Karthik, what do you understand by yoga? What's your interpretation of yoga?
Sir, it is meditation and like that asanas it will lead to a healthy life and improve our concentration.
Okay, so how meditation and asanas help us improve concentration. So yoga means improving concentration. Okay, Ovi?
Yoga means like it is a type of practicing mindfulness.
Mindfulness. That means your mind is always full. That is yoga.
No.
No, you only told me
Yeah, you
mindfulness.
take your mind out and stuff it with some plastic.
Uh-huh.
No, not that way. It
Like
means
in those Amazon boxes.
no, it means to focus.
It
Sir,
means to
Practice
focus.
focusing.
Mhm.
And yoga, it means like when you do those asanas, that time you need concentration to stay in those asanas.
All right, very
That's
good.
how your concentration and focus increases.
Very
In
good.
other
Okay.
words, you should stop thinking.
So you stop thinking only. Oh, stop
No.
thinking is yoga.
No, not the thinking that your body needs to function. You must stop the extra thinking, the daydreaming, the things that you think about your work, you think about your school, you think about what you're going to do. But
Without thinking, none of the great inventions would have occurred.
Exactly.
Don't think when you're meditating.
So don't think when you're meditating. Okay, that's one of the biggest misconceptions, by the way. Thoughts obviously will come while you're meditating, right?
Thoughts which are from the outside.
Eventually, you
But
will
you
reach a
must
state of
slowly
thoughtlessness.
stop the
Yes.
thoughts from intruding, and once and when you get into a state in which you completely stop thinking, that means you're in your ultimate
Meditative
meditation.
state. Interesting. So there are a lot of notions that we have about yoga and meditation. I'm happy to see so many different notions that we have. Some preconceived, some misconceptions, but interesting. How many of you like singing?
I do.
Okay.
Sir, I'm not
Karthik.
really good at singing, but I do sing when I'm like in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, very good. You then
Karthik,
you're like,
me, I always
Superb.
sing when I'm in the bathroom.
Awesome, awesome. Okay.
sir,
So now
Bathroom singers.
Does your
we are going
toilet
to
like
start
your
off.
singing?
We are going to start off with a game. All right.
Nice.
All these kids who have
Sir.
raised your hand, Kirti, Ovi, and we'll have one bathroom singer, Arjun. Okay. So Kirti, Ovi, and Arjun, think of one song and you will just sing about 10-20 seconds of that song. Okay. First few lines. And I'm going to start with Ovi. Ovi, sing a choice of your song of your choice. Your time starts now.
Okay. Feel like a drop in the ocean that don't nobody notice. Maybe it's all just in your head. Feel like you're trapped in your own skin. And everybody's frozen. Broken down, you've got nothing left. When you're high on emotion and you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray. Don't get lost in the moment or give up when you're closest. All you need is somebody to say, it's okay not to be okay. When you're down and you feel ashamed, it's okay not to be okay. When you're high on emotion and you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray. Don't get lost in the moment or give up when you're closest. All you need is somebody to say, it's okay not to be okay.
Oh, good. I didn't want you to stop, Ovi. That was so beautiful.
Very nice.
Well done. Yes, Kirti, you can sing in any language. Kirti, over to you.
Okay, it's a Tamil song. நான் போகிறேன் மேலே மேலே பூலோகமே காலின் கீழே விண்மீன்களின் கூட்டம் என் மீதே பூவாளியின் நீரைப் போலே நீர் சிந்தினாய் என் பெண்மேனே நான் பூக்கிறேன் பன்னீர் பூ போலே தடுமாறி போனேன் என்று உன்னை பார்த்த நேரம் அடையாளம் எல்லாம் ஒன்றை கண்டேன் நெஞ்சென்னோ ஏன் உன்னை பார்த்தேன் என்று உள்ளம் கேள்வி கேட்கும் ஆனாலும் நெஞ்சம் அந்த நேரத்தை நேசிக்கும்
Wow, my goodness, there's so much talent hidden in all of you. I'm so impressed, Kirti. It was beautiful. Awesome. So after these two melodious singers, Arjun, I think bathroom singers like us will feel very embarrassed. But no problem. We enjoy singing. Go ahead. I'll give Arjun a chance. So go ahead, Arjun.
Yes, sir. Sir, so I'll sing Believer. I don't know the entire song, but I know some of it. It's my favorite song. So can I start?
Start.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Ooh, the way that things have been. Ooh. Second, don't you tell me what you think that I could be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea. Ooh, the master of my sea. Ooh. I was broken from a young age, taking myself into the masses, writing my poems for the few that took me, shook me, feel me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the wind, speaking my lesson from the brain, sing the beauty to the pain. You made me a believer. Okay, that's all I remember.
Wow, that's a lot, man. Oh,
That
so
is the best song I have ever heard.
Even I know the full song and I sing it
Awesome.
every time.
Okay.
I used to know the whole song, but then I stopped listening to it. So
I only know the first 4 lines.
Okay, now let's move on to the next part of the activity. The next part of this game is that Ovi, Kirti, and Arjun, the three of you are going to sing your songs once again, but at the same time. And the challenge is that your song has to be heard the loudest. And the other students in the room are going to be the judge that whose song was the loudest. Okay? I think all your parents and grandparents in the house are going to get scared that what's happened to my daughter and child. Is he possessed? What's happened? But no problem. They will know it's the Puncher's workshop. Okay. And on the count of 3, 2, 1, unmute and start.
First things
Feel
first,
like a drop in the ocean that don't nobody notice. Maybe it's all just in your head. Feeling like you're trapped in your own skin. Your body's frozen. Broken down, you've got nothing left. When you're high on emotion and you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray. Don't get lost in the moment or give up
Stop. Thank you. Oh my God, I'll have to mute Ovi. Okay. Oh my God. I think I lost.
Ovi was the loudest.
Ovi was the loudest.
Ovi was the loudest.
Definitely. Actually, there was a point where Kirti
I
over
have
to
no idea
Ovi.
what's loudest.
There was a point where
Kirti was
Kirti
the
over to
loudest.
Ovi, but then Ovi
Okay.
made a
Now, let me ask a
brilliant
simple
comeback.
question. Karnam, when did you enjoy more? When the three kids were singing individually, did you enjoy the songs more? Or when all of them were singing together like a machi market? When were you enjoying it more?
When they were singing individually.
When they were singing individually, right? Students, this is yoga. Let me come to it. Okay. Or let's do one more level of this activity.
So just
Okay.
one thing.
Kirti and Ovi, do you all also know Believer? Kirti, you know
Yes.
Believer? A few lines? No? Okay,
Yes.
at least who knows the song Believer along with Kirti?
I think I know.
I know.
Full song.
All right. So Johan,
Could
Ovi,
I?
and Arjun. Okay,
Oh.
and even Siddharth. Okay, y'all can start singing Believer at 3, 2, 1, start.
Sing first time I
I
sing.
and all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired
Of
of
the way
the
that things have been. Oh,
Think
the way that things have been. Oh,
Okay, thank you.
Kirti.
Thank you.
tell me what you think that I could be. I'm the one.
Yeah, Siddharth, thanks.
Okay.
Yes, Siddharth. Okay. Now listen very carefully to what happened right now. Initially, Ovi was working separately, Kirti was working separately, okay, and then Arjun was working separately. Let's assume that these three are the three faculties of a human being. What are the three faculties of a human being? The three faculties of a human being are B, M, and I. This is not the body mass index that I'm talking about. B stands for body,
Mine.
M stands for mind, and what does I stand for?
Intelligence.
The intellect, not intelligence, the intellect. Okay, so let's assume that the three kids were these three faculties of a human being. Okay, when each faculty tries to overpower the other. For example, I know that if I'm diabetic, I'm not supposed to have sweets, but still that's this yummy pastry in front of me. And my child is telling me, Mama, Dada, Dadi, Pati, Tata, you are diabetic. Please don't have it. But Tata cannot control. Tata has a sweet tooth. He wants to have mango. He wants to have pastry. He wants to have cake. And then the sugar levels will rise up. So the body is telling, oh, tasty. But the mind is telling, no, you should not do it. The intellect is giving you all the knowledge that the sugar levels will rise and then you'll have to take injections and insulin. So the body, mind, and intellect are continuously fighting with each other. The disintegration of body, mind, and intellect is how we mostly live our daily life. Because our body tells something else, our mind tells something else, our intellect says something else. Simple example, waking up early in the morning. Some of us like it, some of us hate it. Okay. How many times have we kept that alarm snooze?
I haven't even had an alarm.
Yeah.
What I do is when the alarm comes, I immediately use my reflexes and turn it off and then just lie down.
Most
again.
of the
Lie
time I
down.
ignore the alarm.
Correct. See, Sriram was telling I did it today morning. How many of us, if we want to wake up at 6, we have some 4 or 5 alarms. One will be at 5:50, 5:55, 6, 6:05, 6:10, 6:15. Right? Because at once we can't wake up, right? And then snooze. Such a dirty habit. Okay. Don't set an alarm. Let your body wake up naturally. Okay. But anyway, this is called as disintegration. Why? Because the body says 5 more minutes. Mama, 5 more minutes. Mama, 5 more minutes. Right? And we keep going. So the mind tells you, oh my God, I'm getting late for school. My teacher will still scold me. I will get a punishment. But then what is the mind? No, I don't want to get up. I just want to get snuggled in my blanket. Getting it? So there is a constant fight between the body, the mind, and the intellect. Okay. And when the body, the mind, and the intellect are united or integrated, This, my boys and girls, is called as yoga. Simple. Yoga is not twisting your body, standing upside down on your head, going on breathing like a dog, okay, sitting like a statue and removing all thoughts from your head. Of course, these are aspects of yoga. But what is essentially yoga? It is the integration of the body, the mind, and the intellect. My guru always used to tell me a formula and he used to tell a quote. He used to tell, bring your mind where your hands are. Bring your mind where your hands are.
But sir, I can't take them out and keep it on my hands.
No, you bend your head down like this to the level of your arm.
Okay. Understand, listen. All those smarties who are giving some comments. I am telling you, bring your mind where your heads are. I'm not telling you, bring your brain where your heads are. Understand the difference.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The mind is contained in the brain. The mind is contained in the brain.
The mind is what controls emotions. The intellect is what controls decisions, logical thinking, faculty. So the brain actually controls the intellect, but the mind controls emotions. Understand the difference. Most of us think that emotions are in the heart. That is absolutely nonsense. All those who think emotions are in the heart, and Bollywood and all film industries have dramatized this. Sir, she broke my heart and went away. It is paining. My heart broke. All nonsense. Heart is a very nice, flexible organ which only pumps blood. There is no other function of the heart. Okay? The emotions, jealousy, anger, greed, love, the emotions are felt by the mind, not even the brain. The brain is the decision faculty.
Okay.
It decides right, wrong, left, right. Okay, red means grow, green means red means get ready, green means go, red means get ready, yellow means just go slow.
No, yellow means
Okay?
get ready and red
Get
means
ready
stop.
and green means you all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so right now what happened? My body, mind, and intellect were disintegrated. So that's why confusion was there. Correct? So at this moment, was I practicing yoga? No, because I got confused and distracted. And that might happen right now. Okay, if the doorbell rings, like it rang so many times, I got a little distracted, and that can happen with you as well. Yeah, how many times it has happened when you probably are listening to some music? I don't know how many of you have a habit of listening to music when you are doing maths. Anyone does that? Yeah, some many I know many students who do it. They listen to music and
Sir, I
study.
only do it rarely when I have lots of.
Right. So
I do it
sometimes when you're writing an exam and you were listening to a song in the previous day, okay, and then that song is playing in your head while you're writing that exam, and that song is not going only from your head. You're telling that song, get out, get out, get out, but that song is not getting out. Have you all been through that?
called earworms. It's
Yes,
called
sir. I was singing one song and my cousin had exam the next day, but then when she went to the exam, all she thought of was the song.
See, it
I
happens to all of
actually
us.
do something before the day. I just read something, so I just think about what I read itself, and then I stop the song. So anti-song visual.
Great. So what I'm trying to say is that it's a very difficult skill that we need to master to bring our mind where our hands are right now. Right now, where are you? You are in this workshop physically, but mentally, our minds might be in IPL. Our minds might be in what is mom cooking for dinner tonight. Okay. Our minds might be in thousand other places, but not here. So I have a challenge for you for the next 30-45 minutes. For the next 30 to 45 minutes, be absolutely focused. And in physics and maths, we all love formulas, right? I'm going to give you a formula today. It's called as the triple H formula. H, H, H. What is this triple H? It means head, heart, and hands together. Make sure that your head, your heart, and your hands are together with me at this moment. Okay? Try it. It's very distracting. No other thought should come into your mind. Be completely focused over here. And if you are able to manage it, you are already on the path of yoga.
What am I supposed to do?
Okay. You are just supposed to be focused. That is it. The one intention of today's class is focus. And how to focus? Your head, your heart, and your hands. Basically, your mind has to be in this place throughout. Okay, fine. So now that was the first game
I like
where body, mind, intellect are together. Now I'm going to have a second game for all of us.
Nice. I love second games.
Okay, and the second game is going to involve a little roaming around, moving around, some activities we'll be doing. Okay, this game is called as the 4 pillars of health. 4 pillars of health. Okay, and the 4 pillars of health, I will introduce you to these 4 pillars through the game. Okay, so now let's start the first round of the second game. The first round of the second game is you first will have to sit straight, sit erect. Okay, and if you have a stopwatch with you, okay, get a stopwatch. If not a stopwatch, a mobile phone, okay, or an iPad, a
Just
tablet.
hold on a sec.
In your system only, there will be a stopwatch. Keep
Yeah,
a
but-
stopwatch with you.
Just wait. I'm just going to go and get the stopwatch, sir.
I'm giving you all
I'm
one.
just going to set up the stopwatch.
It's not a timer, it's a stopwatch.
Sir, can
So
I
I'll
use
tell you.
this?
Yeah, I'm going to set
Yeah,
it up.
you can. No problem. Go ahead. Go ahead. Any form of stopwatch.
Is the time limit reached? Because I just got a clock. I mean stopwatch.
No problem. Sit, sit, sit. Okay. Now, if you all have a stopwatch in front of you, the challenge is very simple. Asha, you have to be honest, because I cannot really come over there and see if you all are being honest or not. Okay. So be honest. Honesty is the best policy. That is first thing that you all have to do. Now, the game is, or the challenge is rather, that you have to chant Om the longest that you can in one breath. Okay. So start the stopwatch when you start chanting and stop the stopwatch when you stop chanting. All right. Now, see, I have taken these workshops for many kids across India. Right. And I see so many kids, even when live workshops are going on, please don't cheat. You understand what one breath means, right? Okay. So start it as soon as y'all are done. Type your time in the chat box. Okay. How many seconds were you able to chant Om? Okay. Start and be muted and do it. But I can see some answers.
20 seconds.
And Johan, you're not supposed to do Om. You're supposed to do Om with one breath.
Om, Om, Om.
No, that is multiple breaths. Just Om.
Oh, okay. I thought you were supposed to say Om, Om,
No.
Om.
No, that's multiple breaths. Okay. I'm seeing
I'll just do it again.
most of us. Go ahead, do it. Okay. So good. I can see most of you are about 20 seconds, which is very nice. Okay, Sai Charan was like barely 3-4 seconds he was able to manage. Okay. 19, 16, 9. Good, yeah. Not bad. Most of you have a decent score. Manas, why do you think I made you all do this? How is this connected to health?
24 seconds. New record.
Yeah, Manas.
I think this is
Siddharth,
connected to help to hold your breath.
And what am I basically testing over here? When I'm asking you to hold your breath, what property of health am I testing over here? No, not focus. No. The first pillar of health is called as lung capacity. Please write this down, students. The first pillar of health is your lung capacity. Anyone over here who has a pet dog? Anyone who has a pet dog?
Me, sir.
Atri, you have it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Atri, which breed?
A lab cross.
A Labrador. Okay. A lab cross. So, Atri, have you seen, or in fact, all of us, we have seen dogs breathing, right? How do dogs breathe?
Oh, they have very soft, crisp
Very
breaths.
short breaths. Can we do it together? Can everyone show how dogs breathe? Chalo, even I'll do it. Sriram is doing it so well. Professional dog breather, Sriram is. Wow, Raghav, excellent. So nice. All of you, very good. Right. Now, next thing I know, don't start barking. Okay, please. Right. Adri, how long do dogs live? What is the lifespan of a dog on an average?
5 years.
10
5
years.
is, 5 is a little hard. 10. So some breeds live less, some breeds live more. So on an average, dogs live around 10 to 12 years. Okay. How many of you have seen a tortoise or a tortoise or a turtle breathe? Hey, Tapan sir, what nonsense you're talking about?
Sir,
I can barely see the tortoise walk. What do you mean tortoise breathe? Tortoise, no, they breathe
Tortoise lives for a
very
long
slowly.
time. Because it goes so slow, it lives for a long time.
So a dog
and they live
basically
so
breathes.
long.
A dog basically takes around 100 to 120 breaths in a minute. Very, very fast. Okay. Human beings, we take around 60 or 50 breaths in a minute. Okay. Sometimes it is 70. So 72 is our average pulse rate, healthy pulse rate. Okay. So when a doctor checks your pulse, it should be somewhere around 72. Right. And that's why the human beings, they live around say 70, 80, maximum around 90 years if we are healthy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
80
Right.
to 100.
Now we know that tortoises, they live almost at least 200 years even to some breeds, right?
Yeah.
Dragonflies. Okay, dragonflies live only for 100 hours. And there is a firefly. There's another breed called as some fly. I forgot the name. Okay, some insect. It lives only for 24 hours. Imagine the lifespan of this species is only 24 hours. Right? Because this species, this insect breeds extremely fast. Okay, at every flutter of the wing, there is a breath. Do you all understand a correlation between the lifespan and your breath now?
I have to get the charger. Which species were you talking about last?
Sorry, what?
So which species were you talking about last? I had to
There is some fly, I forgot the name. It breeds, it lives only for 24 hours. Okay, I forget the name. And then dragonfly, I know, lives only for 100 hours.
I've heard of some flies that only live for 2 to 3 hours.
Mayfly. Mayfly is the name. Yes, Karthik. Good.
Oh.
Right? So,
Sir,
yes.
Sir, when you're calling Karthik, please address at least one initial because there are two of us.
Okay, fine. Cool. Right. So there is a direct correlation between your lung capacity and your lifespan. And that is why yogis tend to live longer. The recent Padma Bhushan was awarded to a yogi who was 125 years old from Uttar Pradesh. I don't know if you all know this. And that
was
person,
he really 125 years old?
He's 125 years old. He went to the President of India, Mr. Ramnath Kovind, and he's not on he's a 100. Of course, he's a human. He's a living human, and he got awarded the Padma Vibhushan Award. Okay, on the recent, I think it was on Republic Day when he was awarded, 26 January. And what is very interesting, so you can search on YouTube, 125-year-old living man, and watch that video. Okay, he's not using a walking stick. He's not using a walking chair, a wheelchair. He walked. He lied down, he did proper namaskar lying down, and then he stood up properly like a fit person. Some of my friends of my age are not able to do that. Oh my God, backache, knee pain, this pain, that pain. Because yogis tend to live longer because of their lung capacity. And you will be very, very, very amused to know that your breath is actually controlled by your emotions. Think about it. Have you noticed your breath when you are angry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a raging bull.
Yeah. But when I do some meditation and I get really calm, my breath is usually very slow.
Exactly. Even if you're not doing meditation, when you're really happy and you're calm, or when you breathe a sigh of relief, what do you do? Even when you're tired and you lie down on the bed, you noticed how nicely, or when your mom gives you a nice hug, how nice you feel. Okay. And so think of the moment when you're really scared of something. You know how short our breath becomes. You've noticed our heartbeat stops for a moment. Have you noticed this? Yeah. So there is a direct correlation between the emotion and the breath as well.
Yeah.
Newton's third law of motion states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Students, if your emotions can control your breath, the beauty is your breath can also control your emotions. And if we are able to master that, we have become a yogi. So next time if you become angry, just close your eyes and just breathe. And leading psychologists of the world tell this. Drink a glass of cold water, let your temperature come down, just breathe for deep moments, chant something, take a brisk walk. Okay, I've taken workshops for so many corporates and they pay lakhs of rupees to me to give you this knowledge, which we are just, it's so simple, right? To think of it. The problem with this knowledge is it is easy to understand, but very difficult to practice. Yeah.
So I practice it all the time when I get angry.
Yes, please do it. Okay. So that's why you will be able to control your emotions. How many times we end up saying something or doing something that we really did not want to do, and then we regret after doing it. Been there? Yeah, we don't want to tell those things to our parents or to our siblings or to our friends, but in our anger, in the spur of the moment, impulsively we tell something. And yesterday I told you the difference between reaction and response. Remember? Yeah, in reaction we don't think, we just impulsively act, but in response we think. And where thinking comes naturally to us if we are able to just use our breath and control our emotions. Do not take a decision based on your emotions ever. Okay. So
Yeah, because
mind,
emotions are not for that. Emotions are by the mind.
I will suggest one movie for all of you to watch. Okay, see, you will get, I know all of you will like Tapan sir now, because Tapan sir gives very nice homework. He tells us to watch movies. Most of you would have seen it. There is a movie called as Inside Out. It's an animated movie. If you all haven't seen it, please watch it.
Yes.
I haven't seen it. Seen it.
So
It's
it
actually
will
very
teach
fun.
you a lot about emotions. Okay, it's a fantastic movie. Cool. So got it, students? The first pillar of health is lung capacity. And darlings, please don't tell your parents to buy you a fancy smartwatch or an oxygen level monitor or an SP2 monitor or a heart monitor.
Come on.
You don't need all those things to monitor your lung capacity. All you need to do is start a stopwatch and just chant Om. Acha, why Om? I'll talk about that later. Okay, Om, by the way, is a universal sound. And you will see that this syllable is there in all religions. There is Amen in Christianity. There is Amin in Islam. There is Shalom in Judaism. There is Ek Omkar in Sikhism. There is Om, of course, in Hinduism. So you see, this syllable is there in all cultures across the world. So there is something special about this syllable. Okay, what it is, etc. I will tell you as we proceed.
Sir,
So
can
as
I
of now,
try to say what the special thing is?
okay,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
sure
Adri.
if it's right.
Tell me.
It is the sound that creates the most positive vibrations
Yes.
and
Yeah.
makes you the most calm.
You're not wrong.
That
You're not wrong.
no sound.
Correct. You're not wrong. It's one of the reasons, 100%.
It's
Okay.
that sound.
Correct. So it's a combination of three sounds. We'll come to that. That's the next part. Okay. So this was the first pillar of health. Okay. Now in the second pillar of health, I want you all to demonstrate something. So for this, you all will have to adjust your cameras. I want you all to stand up and try to touch your toes without bending your knees. And let me see if I can do it. I can see Siddharth's toes very clearly right now. See if you all can do it. Yes, Karthik, Kusum, go ahead. Right? Some of us are doing it very easily. Some of us are struggling. No, Siddharth is not able to reach at all.
I can hardly even get close.
I know, my God, horrible flexibility, Siddharth. We need to work on it.
Yeah, I really need
Raghav,
to work on that.
Yes, Ovi is doing it quite well. Johan has managed little. Karthik is doing it good.
Little, sir. I can do it very well.
Yeah. Good, Johan. Okay, how many of you are doing it easily? Sir, it's a very easy, sir. Give me more challenge. I see Ovi is doing it very easily. Some of you are doing it very easily. So for you, I have level 2. All those who are able to do this very easily. Now I want you to touch the entire palm to the ground. Try. Of course, without bending the knees. Huh? Do it. Entire palm to the ground.
Very easy, sir.
I'm going to die.
I barely managed it. I actually
Barely
managed it, but barely.
Okay. So those of you are able to do this also very easily. I can see Atri is doing it very well. Okay, so those of you who are able to manage level 2, I have a third challenge for you. That is level 3. Level 3, you have to touch the nose to the knee. Okay, and touch your nose to the knee. Yes. Ovi is doing it perfectly. Perfect.
Can we bend our knees or something?
No, if you bend your knees, then you will become like murga, chicken. Don't do that. Pak.
Sir, I can do
knees.
that too.
Very good. Awesome. Death by level 2 and level 3, Saicharan.
Easily do that.
Correct. Okay, come back to your seats. Come back, adjust your camera. Okay. Good.
I managed to do level 1.
No worries. Okay. So, is Kirtan here? Kirtan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kirtan, why do you think I made you all do this activity?
To relax our body.
Relax our body? No, someone said it. That's the word I was looking for. Flexibility.
Certain people might think it is for crippling our body.
The second pillar of health, students, please write down, is flexibility. Okay, and understand that in a flexible body dwells a flexible mind. Some of us are very stubborn, very rigid in our attitude. No, I will not do this. I will no. No means no. Okay, we don't want to shift from our views. We don't want to listen to other people's opinions. We don't want to become open-minded. Such rigid personalities will never become successful. Because man is a social animal. Unfortunately, today we have become social media animals. Okay, but flexibility of the body actually translates into the flexibility of the mind as well, right? So many of us who are not able to do this, okay, please practice yoga so that the body becomes more flexible.
Wait, sir. If the body becomes more flexible, does the brain and mind also become more flexible?
Yes, the mind becomes. Brain is an
Why,
organ. I'm
sir?
talking about the mind. Because that is yoga, right? If one, it's like one is connected to the other.
Okay. The same way like the lungs and the edge is connected.
Exactly. Okay. Now for the third pillar of health, Atri, do you know there is one pose called as Vrikshasana in yoga, the tree pose? Do you know it?
What?
The tree pose or Vrikshasana.
No, I don't know.
Don't know who
I
knows
know.
it? Siddharth, you know it?
Vrikshasana.
Okay, so
I
Siddharth
know
and
it,
Ovi.
but I'm not sure if I can do it.
Okay, try to do it. I'll correct you all. And others can just watch and replicate if they are doing it right. I'll tell you all. Okay, Ovi and Siddharth show. Yes. Siddharth is doing it well. Yes, Siddharth. So keep it above the knee. Yes, Ovi, very good. Try balancing.
Sir, I have to practice this pose when you're very
Ovi,
young.
don't keep it on the knee. Keep it above the knee or below the knee. Try to lift your ankle and keep it above the knee. Very good. And now try to balance. Keep your hand up. See if you can balance. Good job, Siddharth and Ovi. Good. So at least she's trying. Others, you all want to try it? Just try it. See if you all can do it. Try.
Oh my god. I've never been managed to do it for this long. The last time I did Vrikshasana was like forever. I can't believe I managed to do this long.
Good. Wow, I can see so many of you doing it so beautifully. Swasti is doing it so nicely. Karthik Rosen is managing.
Thank
Both
you,
the Karthik
sir.
are managing it. Well done. Good. Lovely.
Can't see Siddharth's leg properly.
Well, Siddharth Bhatia is doing it amazingly when he has taken his leg all the way up. Perfect, Siddharth Bhatia. Okay, good. Please come back. Okay. And like you saw.
Still in the pose.
Come back. Remain the pose.
Okay.
The third pillar of health is balance.
Okay.
Okay. And a balanced body obviously will have a balanced mind.
Okay.
And the final pillar of health. Now, most of you are all, I think you all are already tired. Oh my God, so much.
I'm very
Tapan sir is making
excited
us do.
actually. I'm not
Okay.
that
Very
tired.
excited.
Fine. You all
I'm
want to
not
do it?
tired.
Excited.
Final pillar.
Sir.
Okay.
My body.
For the final pillar,
I know what it is, I
we
guess.
are going to have a push-ups competition.
Yes, I knew
Yes,
it.
Okay.
let's go.
So, acha,
No!
some of us don't have enough arm strength. Okay. So I will
Exactly.
allow you to keep your knees on the ground and then do push-ups. And those of you who can do proper push-ups, do it. Okay. But try it. Please try it. Your time starts now.
Sir, what is the challenge?
You can do as many push-ups as you can.
Okay.
Lovely Johan. Ah, see, Johan has fallen down. He became chutney. Okay. Karthik
this
Rusum, go all the way
Can't
down.
do push-up.
Is
Good,
this
Percy is
correct,
doing it well.
sir? Sir, is
Ovi
this
is doing it
correct?
well. Siddharth, yes, doing it well. No, Siddharth, you have to bend your elbows and go all the way down. Let your arms take your weight. Good. Raghav's doing it well. Sriram's also trying. Good. Sai is trying. Johan is trying.
I'm
but he's
also trying.
becoming chutney every time.
I am already
What?
become chutney actually.
Yeah.
I am just
These-
unable to do anything.
These push-ups are very nice.
Oh, look at Kirtan. Kirtan is doing
These
it
are very
extremely well. Kirtan has a perfect technique. Well done, Kirtan.
Oh my god, now I become chutney.
Yes. Okay, students. Chalo, come back.
I became chutney.
At least I lasted for as long as I could.
And the final pillar of flexibility, of health is strength. Okay. So the 4 pillars of health are lung capacity, flexibility, balance, and strength. And please understand, they are in chronological order. What we do, unfortunately, okay, you will see all your old bhaiyas and didis and akkas and annas, they will first go to the gym. They will want that perfect six-pack abs, biceps, triceps,
Oh
all
my
those things,
god.
right? All the
Oh my
ladies
God.
will want this perfect figure, and that smooth hair and glowing skin. Okay, we all focus so much on the body and the
No.
cosmetic part of the body that we forget that the most neglected aspect is the most important aspect, and that is the breath. Think about it. The first act of life is breath. Why does a child cry the moment the child is born? Because the child takes in the first gasp of air. Okay. And the last act of life also is breath. You exhale and then you're dead. So the first act of life is inhalation. The last act of life is exhalation. And everything in between is also inhalation and exhalation. Don't you think?
Yeah.
The most important, the only thing that is going to stay with you your entire life, not your parents. Your parents will leave you someday. Not your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister, pet dog. Everyone is going to leave us at some point of time or the other. The only thing that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life is your breath. And the most neglected aspect of your life also, unfortunately, is your breath. Sir, who pays attention on breath here? Breath is going on. I am breathing, I am alive. That's fine.
So we need to learn to appreciate breath. Breath is very kind and polite.
And we don't really need to learn to appreciate breath. We first need to learn how to breathe. Huh? Learn how to breathe? Hello. I know how to breathe, Tapan, sir. I'm alive, right? Tapan, what are you telling? I'm alive right now. See, I'm breathing. What if I tell you a very startling statistic? Wherever I conducted these workshops, 80% of the human population is breathing wrong.
What do you mean?
What 80?
You have to
What, sir?
breathe through the
80%?
stomach and not through the chest.
80% is what?
Breathing
Yeah,
Exactly.
breathe through stomach.
Let's do an activity to find out. Let's do an experiment.
Johan
I want-
asked, what do you mean breathing wrong?
That's what I'm going to teach
Oh,
you
breathing
through an
through stomach.
experiment.
Yeah, I understand.
Yoga is an experiential science. In science, there is always theory and practicals, right? I don't like learning through theory. I like learning through practicals. I better do the experiment and then learn the science behind it. Yeah. So we are going to learn the science of yoga through this practical. Keep your right hand on your heart or on your chest. and keep your left hand on your stomach. Okay. And close your eyes and just take about 8 to 10 deep breaths, normal breaths. And just
What are the
observe
deep breaths?
normal breaths. Just close your eyes. Don't unmute now. Okay. And I want you all to observe the movement of the chest, and I want you all to observe the movement of the belly.
Done, sir.
Done in the right way, sir.
Done.
Okay, don't unmute.
First, when I breathe,
Don't unmute, Siddharth. Stay on mute. Okay. All those who are done. See, logically speaking, our breath goes inside our lungs. Okay. So when you breathe in, the chest should expand because this is where our lungs are. Okay. The belly should go in. When you breathe out, the belly comes out and the chest goes in. Okay. So for how many of you were breathing like this? That when you breathe in, the chest expands and the belly goes in. How many of you? Okay. Many. And for how many of you it was the other way around? That when you breathe in, the stomach comes out. And when you breathe out, the stomach goes in.
Sir, I see the same people raising hands again.
I didn't
I'm
understand the first
able to
one.
notice. See, there are two possibilities over here. Possibility number one is that when I breathe in, the stomach goes in and the chest expands. And possibility number two is when I breathe in, the stomach expands. And then when I breathe out, the stomach goes in. Like a baby. You've seen a baby breathe? When the baby breathes in, the belly expands like a balloon. And then the baby breathes out, the belly comes down. Right? So most of us breathe in the first way, where our chest expands. Okay. The second option is the right way of breathing. But sir, how does that make sense, sir? Sir, the lungs are not over there in the stomach, right?
It's the
Can I tell
second
you the
way.
reason?
Sir, the diaphragm. Sir, the diaphragm is the one that's
Diaphragm.
moving. Because
Fantastic.
of
Yeah.
that, when you're
It's
moving
not
the
the
diaphragm
lungs,
is
it's the diaphragm. Exactly what
Correct.
Sairun's saying. And I breathe
Exactly.
through the second
and
way.
that's in your abdomen. That's not in your chest.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
See, your lungs are like balloons. When you put air inside the lungs are going to expand. But what we forget is that in front of the lungs, we have something called as a rib cage. The rib cage is not going to allow the lungs to expand in front. What is going to happen? The lungs will expand downwards. And then there is something called as the diaphragm, which pushes the belly out. And that's why when we breathe in, the stomach should come out. Okay. And when we breathe out, the stomach should go in. So consciously, when you all are just sitting, doing your nothing, doing your work, eating, be very mindful. We said, right? Mindfulness. Be very mindful about your breath. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Sir, I
Yes.
don't get why you said that the first one was the right way.
It was not, it's not the right way. The second one is the right.
The belly coming out.
Yeah, the belly coming.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I want you all to keep your, now I'm going to talk a little more about home. I want you all to keep your hand on your stomach and chant the sound ah. Okay. Were you all able to feel some vibration in the belly region? Some amount of vibration?
Yes, sir, there is vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some of us it will be for some of us it will be very high. For some of us it will be low. Okay. Now keep your hand on your chest or on your heart and chant the oo sound.
I was
Okay.
able to feel
I
my
felt
heart
even
beat
more
like
vibration.
lining up with the
Good.
I was
sound.
still going when it finished.
Yeah, yeah, vibrating.
Good.
I feel
And
like
now-
the
Yeah, it was
heart is like moving with the flow.
Keep your hand around your head very lightly. Don't press your head. Just keep it around your head. Okay. And you will chant the sound. Okay. Like a hummingbird, like a honeybee. Mm.
So the vibration is mostly at the ear, but
Yeah, it's more near the for me. It's more near the like the face. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
buddy.
the ears.
It's in the throat for me.
For
It's
me,
in the throat and the ears.
for me, it's the neck.
Cool.
Yes.
So let's
Same,
see
same.
how we can use
Oh,
this
that's
activity.
why I get this. Now I get it.
We will see how we can use this activity to actually decide career options. What? Sir, we can use Om to decide career options. Yes, we can. Let's see how. A is called as the Brahma energy. The Brahma energy stands for creativity because Brahma is the creator. Okay. So the kids who have predominant Brahma vibration, okay, Brahma, okay, they are very creative. So they should go into creative fields. Okay. U stands for the Vishnu energy. Vishnu is basically the administrator. These people are good managers. Okay, these people are very good at maintaining stuff, maintenance. Okay, when you want to maintain something, the Vishnu energy, good managing skills, administration qualities, maintenance, things like that, businesses, etc. Mahadev or the Shiva energy or the Shankara energy. This basically is, people call Shiva as the destroyer. I don't like to call it destruction. I like to call it transformational energy. These are the people who are very good at continuous changing jobs, adaptive people, okay, who have to make decisions on the go, impulsive thinking. So they can be captains of a sports team, for example. Okay, things like that. So we can see which faculty or which energy is predominant inside us between A, U, and and we can use these three syllables to actually decide our career. Okay, and talking about physics in particular, there is a topic in physics which is called as sound, the study of sound. Okay, and sound comes at a certain frequency. Okay, I think you might have heard about these terms, frequency. Okay, there is a human range of hearing, my students. The human range of hearing is between 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Yes. Okay, human beings can hear only frequencies which are between 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. See, anything which is less is called as infra. So less than 20 hertz is called as infrasound. Infrasound. And whatever is greater than 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz is called as ultrasound. Even when I talk about light, whatever is less than red is called as infrared. Whatever is greater than violet is called as ultraviolet. I can't see infrared and ultraviolet, but I can see Vibgyor. Red, orange, yellow, green, violet, indigo, blue, or all those things. Okay. So human beings can only listen to frequencies of 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. But there are some creatures which can listen to ultrasound. In fact, bats. Batman. Okay. Bats use ultrasound to communicate. And dolphins
use infrasound?
Yes. Even elephants.
Yeah, elephants do.
Use infrasound.
Mice use ultrasound a lot. 90,000 hertz at max.
Okay. Now,
Dogs use ultrasonic sound.
Ultrasonic, okay, fine. So ultrasonic is generally we use for speed, not for frequency. We call it ultrasound and infrasound. Okay, but yes, you're right. I'm good that you all know so many things about it. But now observe, how can you connect this with meditation?
By checking the frequencies you are able to hear.
Not able to hear, okay.
Not able
Okay,
to
watch. Watch. How many thoughts do you think a human being thinks in a day? Give me a number.
Many.
Many, give me a number. You're a
Around
mathematician.
Okay, this is my approximation.
Okay, so Sriram says
It thinks in
70,000.
how much?
1
10
billion.
billion to my
Sayed,
approximation.
you're
10 billion,
10
20
million.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
I expect around 7.
Sir, are you talking about the number of
And
thoughts
in
in a
this
second?
span,
4 quadrillion.
On an average, it is proven that human beings think around 72,000 thoughts in a day.
A day.
And it is proven that for women, it is much more than men. Like men can sit and just stare at the wall and think nothing. But women have continuous things going on in your mind. See, in your house, your moms, they will handle what is to be make, what is your homework, you know, 100 things are going on in the mind. Women are brilliant at multitasking. So many things going on in the head. Okay, men can just sit and chill. They do nothing. Okay, and when your mom asks your dad that what are you thinking, and your dad says nothing, then he's had it. Then your mom, who are you thinking about? What are you doing? No, tell me. You're lying to me. No, 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 no. But like women fail to understand that people can actually do and sit and do nothing because men can do it. Okay, women can't.
my
apparently.
father keeps saying when you're bored, sit and do nothing.
Yeah.
But even I can't literally.
Sir, but there's a problem with that. When you are doing nothing, you want to do nothing. But when you want to do nothing, you think you want to do nothing. That is a pain thinking. So it is actually infinity.
So
My reasoning.
So basically, between Karthik Lakshman. Karthik, who do you think like dolphins and elephants, are they smart creatures or are they dumb creatures? What do you think?
Are who smart creatures?
They are quite smart, right? It's proven that dolphins and elephants are very smart.
Yeah, very.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 20 IQ.
Okay.
Don't humans on average have 100 IQ?
I know, yeah, dolphins are
I know some humans which have IQ and negative, even if
What?
that's possible. But
What is a negative
I mean,
IQ?
at least they behave and they pretend that they are such. Okay. But now listen to
No,
this.
are
okay?
they?
Listen.
How?
For real?
Arey, it was a joke, it was a metaphor. Understand? Okay,
I
Swasti
have a
wants to say
question.
something. Yes, Swasti.
Yeah, I have a question. So, how do you define smart?
How do you define smart? Very good. If you're able to focus single-handedly and bring your head, heart, and hand together at one task and not get distracted and engage all the energies in one task and see it to its completion, you're smart. If your energies are getting dissipated in billion things at one point of time, all right, and you're always confused, you're not smart. That is smartness according to me. Definitions can vary from person to person. Okay.
Okay.
The dolphins, they communicate in infrasound. The frequency is less than 20 hertz. Think of every thought as a frequency. Frequency is the number of oscillations passing through a given point per minute. So if we think of every thought as a frequency, someone said, right, I think it was Atri who mentioned that in meditation, we need to reduce the number of thoughts and eventually become thoughtless. Probably. That could be the goal. Don't you think if we go on meditating over the years, the number of thoughts that we are going to get are going to become more and more single pointed? It does not mean don't have thoughts. It means have one thought and hold on to it. In yoga, we call it as dharana. Dharana, dhara. What is dhara? One nice stream of oil. If you pour water, you see how water goes? It goes in a haphazard manner. But if you pour oil, how nicely in a straight streamlined flow the oil flows?
Sir,
That's
you
called
should see
dharana.
honey.
Honey,
If you
exactly.
think oil flowing is slow, honey.
Correct. So more viscous fluids, obviously. But the mind is a flow of thoughts, just like the river is a flow of water. Okay, so there are a lot of flows of thoughts that are going on, flowing. No problem. Let it flow. Okay. But if it becomes agitated, or if it becomes stagnated, you know that in stagnant water, mosquitoes are going to start bleeding. And if it is very agitated also, it can bring about destruction. So we have to find that balance. Okay, so that's the connection between meditation. It reduces the frequency of our thoughts. And it's not just about the thoughts that we are taking, it's even the frequency that we are emitting. I don't know if you all have heard of something called as an aura. Okay. Every human being has an aura to some extent or the other.
What's an aura?
Okay. An aura, you might have met some people in the world who you look at such people and you feel empowered. You look at such people and you feel good. You like to be in the presence of such people. You feel energized.
Yeah.
And then there are some other people who drain you, who are so dull, irritated. You don't like being with them because they're always complaining, always crying, always nagging. Do you like being with such people?
No.
Right? So that's the aura. So every person has some energy, and physics is all about energy. Yoga is all about energy for that matter. Okay, so we can control not only our emotions, but we can even control our energies using breath control. And if we are breathing correctly, if we are breathing wrong, we will feel tired. Our stamina of studying also will increase. So many kids are breathing wrong and they get tired after 1 hour, 2 hours. Okay, I know students who can sit for longer hours because they can control their breath properly. Because you need your breath, you need your body to function in a particular manner.
Sir, I had
Okay?
a question.
Yes, please ask.
So you told us about that finding your job, how to find that, in which field should we go. So you gave us 3 options. So how can we distinguish between the 3?
One energy will be stronger than the other. As you keep chanting and keep your hand, you will notice that the energy might feel stronger. So I'm a very creative person. Mostly it increases from bottom to top. Okay. But you will find that over a period of time, if I'm practicing writing of poems or dance forms or singing, okay, I will notice my energy is much stronger than the rest of them. So that's when I realized that I'm a creative person. I need to go into something creative, and vice, and for the other ones. Okay. So we are coming to an end. There are many, 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 many more things that I wanted to teach you, but probably some other time. But if I talk specifically about one uncle called as Newton uncle, who apparently discovered gravity. Of course, it is noted that gravity had been discovered in India, and Adi Shankaracharya, Bhaskaracharya, Aryabhatta, all of them have mentioned about gravity in the ancient scriptures. But Newton uncle has come up with a very famous equation of force. Do you know that equation of force?
F equals ma.
F is equal to ma, mass into acceleration.
F
Okay?
grav is equal to g times m1 m2 over r square.
So that is for the gravity. So that is a gravitational constant. But I'm talking about the basic Newton's second law
Then
of
F
motion.
equals ma.
F is equal to ma. Perfect. Now there's a way to remember this. Okay. I don't know if your parents ever hit you. My parents used to hit me a lot, and my mom especially. I was a very naughty child. Okay. So when Tapan sir's, now imagine, okay, Tapan sir's mom is slapping Tapan sir with a lot of force. And in Hindi, what do you tell mother as? What is mother called in Hindi?
Ma.
Ma. So what is the formula of force?
F is equal to ma.
Okay. Now there is one more formula. There's one more formula which is of pressure. Jayaditya, do you know? Anyone knows the formula of pressure? The basic formula of pressure.
I know.
Force upon area. Force upon area.
Perfect. Pressure is equal to force upon. So let me write these two formulas. So first formula is F is equal to ma. And then the second formula you said is pressure is equal to force upon area. Okay, very good. Now,
Sir, what is...
1 minute.
I equals F, you get.
1 minute. Karnam, if I rearrange, Karnam, if I rearrange this equation of pressure and if I make force the subject, what will the equation become? Force is equal to?
F is equal to PA.
Force is equal to P into E. Okay. Now, students, watch something very beautiful. Okay.
Ma equals pa?
No. Our parents are our driving force.
Nice.
And physics proves it. Because force is not only equal to ma, force is also equal to pa. Have you ever thought of this? Yeah. And this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is yoga. The art of seeing things differently. I'm going to do one more thing with you. I
The art of
never.
what, sir?
I'll
The
tell
art
you.
of what?
No. I'll tell you. So I did this with my very first physics class. I never wanted to become a teacher. Okay, I'll tell you all these stories later about how I became a teacher, etc. Okay, but in the very first class, I went and I wrote this on the board. Kirti, can you read what I am writing? What have I written?
I am a cutie.
I am a cute.
I'm a cutie. Okay. Now everyone was shocked that what is this teacher telling? And I can see most of you are also amused that what nonsense is, what is this?
What
I'm a
is
cutie.
this?
What are you doing? Okay. Hello.
What?
I'm not trying to do anything else. I'm
Cutie,
trying
I
to
bet
teach your
that's
physics.
an
Let's do this.
abbreviation.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it together. See, in English, I.E. Anyone knows what that is? And what is present. See, what was is past. What will be is future. What is present. Can you tell me a synonym of the word present
Gift.
which is related to electricity?
Current.
Thank you. Perfect. Current. Students, we are learning about current. The symbol of current is I.
Oh, yes.
The
It is
unit,
I.
the unit of current
Ampere.
is amperes.
Ampere.
The instrument that I use to measure current is an ammeter. Very good. And an ammeter looks like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we are left with Q and T. Q
is the force of current.
Q
I mean,
is charge.
Charge.
And T
what?
is time. All right. But sir,
What about
I
you?
always get no QT,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Right. Okay. So that's what I did. But now, sir, I always get confused between the formula of current, sir. I always get confused that is current charge upon time or charge into time? No problem. I'm going to make it very simple for you. In English, what is CUT? Cut. You know what I'll do? I'll just cut the formula. Cut means division, right? So what is the formula? I is equal to Q upon T. Current is equal to charge upon time. So current is basically defined as the rate of flow of charge is the definition of current. So I is equal to Q upon T and I am a.
Yeah, so basically you're teaching him the basically almost all of the formulas of current at once.
Exactly.
So can you share the screen again?
Oh my god, that was really interesting.
That was a very interesting way of teaching.
How do you get all this?
Yes, this came to me only after I started practicing yoga. See, I have studied physics all my life. Okay, and I sit in the physics class and learn formulas by heart, solve sums, get marks. It was very boring. But once I started practicing yoga, you start looking at things differently. Your perspective towards life changes. Okay, and that's why physics, yoga, everything is connected. Yes, Ovi, sorry, you were saying something.
The previous slide.
This is the one, right? Previous, what did you want? The force is equal to ma and force is equal to pa. Now that's all I wrote. Just write F is equal to ma and F is equal to pa.
What ma is equal to?
F is equal to ma, which is mass into acceleration. And force is also equal to pressure into area.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so it's very easy to remember the formulas. It is mom and dad, ma and pa. Yeah. So I know I have exceeded 1 minute. Yesterday I left you early. Today I'm leaving you a little
What do you
late.
mean? 1 minute doesn't matter for your talks.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, sir. Usually they'll extend it for 15 minutes and 16 minutes.
Usually they actually extend it. One class actually went on for half an hour more.
Okay, so can I do one more activity with all of you?
Yes.
Yeah, one more. Yeah, okay, let's do this. So now what you'll have to do is keep your hands like this in front of you. Show it to me on screen. Okay. And what you have to do is you have to shake your hands vigorously. You have to shake them so fast that you should cry. Like your fingers should fall off. You shake it that fast. Fast, 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 fast. Don't give up. Don't stop until I tell you. Okay, don't give up. I want to see you. Arey, my God, you all are laughing. I want you all to cry. Hello, please. It should pain. Don't give up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, 10 more seconds. 9. Don't give up. Don't give up. Faster. 8, 7, 6. Come on. 5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.9, 2.8, 2.7. Okay, stop.
Sir, that hurt. That hurt.
That
Stop,
genuinely
stop,
hurt,
stop,
but
stop.
it hurt in a different region. It hurt here.
Stop and just keep your hands in front of you like this. How many of you are able to feel some tingling sensation in your fingertips?
I can feel.
Yeah.
I can feel.
You know what this is called as? In yoga, we call this as the prana, the pranic shakti or the life force within us, the life energy within us. The Chinese call it the chi energy. Okay. In India, we call it as prana. And the science of controlling this energy is called as pranayama. Yama means control. So pranayam, you might have heard about it, different breathing techniques. Okay. And I'm sure you all know how circuits work, right? If I turn on the switch of a fan, okay, the circuit is complete and the fan starts moving. That's how circuits work.
Yeah.
You know how, now watch very beautifully how I'm going to connect it with a very ancient Indian tradition of touching our elders' feet. See, please understand that our fingers are the nerve ending points of our body.
Yeah.
Your fingers and your toes, your nervous system ends over here. Nothing extends beyond the fingers, except some girls' can nails. Okay. But beyond those, nothing goes beyond your fingers and toes. So your fingers and toes are basically the receptors of your body. The first thing that you sense other objects with is your fingers. How you sense things through touch. All right. Now watch very carefully. When you turn on the switch, the circuit is complete and only then the current flows, right? And current is nothing but rate of flow of charge. The energy, electrical energy is flowing. When you touch your parents' feet, when you touch your elders' feet, when you touch your teacher's feet, you know what is happening?
Circuit is getting
The circuit
completed.
is getting complete and you are getting charged. Have you thought of this ever? Physics. It is energy, students, and I'm not making this up. It's a science. We charge our phones, we charge our laptops, we charge our iPads and tabs every day, right?
Right.
What makes you think that we don't need to charge ourselves every day? So now my homework for you is that every day before you go to school, as soon as you wake up in the morning, after a bath, and every day before you sleep, make sure you charge yourselves and sleep. And you know how to charge yourselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, will you all do it? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope you all enjoyed this session.
Sir, I've seen Kung Fu Panda. So in that they say that the chi is something with related to chi. But at that time they do some of those kung fu moves and then the chi gets activated.
It's not Kung Fu moves, they do Tai Chi. Tai Chi is basically an advanced form of slow martial arts and it's a combination of yoga only. All those things have been taken from yoga. In Kerala, there is a martial art called as Kalari Payat. Okay, Kalari Payat is basically what went over there and became Kung Fu later on. So the home of even martial arts and meditation and yoga is India.
Sir,
Yes.
I'll tell you one book to read.
Tell me.
We are muted, Karthik.
But sir, how can those pandas they do that thing and then the chi gets activated?
Sir, I typed it
For
in.
us, we just have to shake our hands.
No. That's basically you're just feeling that energy. That's because I made you concentrate all that energy through that impulse of action. The objective is not just to feel and concentrate energy the fingers. The objective is to make sure that the energy is flowing throughout your body.
But then how
And
can
that
we do that?
requires yoga. That is yoga. Asanas help you do that.
Sir,
I have a question.
Ovi is going to do this all day. She's not stopping only. Okay. Karthik, is this Dragon Ball the same Dragon Ball of the Dragon Ball Z?
yeah, manga, yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, I know it.
Sir, I made
You're
a
a big
dragon.
fan.
When that chi comes.
Yeah, correct.
Chi.
I
Okay.
made it.
Cool.
Srinandan, do you want to tell something?
Yeah. So I'm going to give the formal vote of thanks right now. Initially, I just expected a pretty normal session, if I'm being totally honest. I actually thought you were just going to show some images of yoga poses and we were just going to do them. But little did I know how wrong I was. Starting from the absence of the PowerPoint presentation, the session wasn't like most of the other sessions that we had. I really loved how we learned everything through questioning and experimentation, or like you said, we did everything in a very practical manner. This session had a lot of fun challenges that we did throughout it. So I had no choice but to devote my full attention to the session. I learned a lot in the session and I'm going to try to implement as much as I can. For example, improving upon the 4 pillars of health. My favorite part was actually near the end when you gave us those abbreviations. They were actually very interesting. Parents being a driving force is really interesting and a very true fact. Thank you, Tapan sir, for this wonderful session.
Oh, beautifully spoken, Srinandan. Wow, you kids have become expert in giving vote of thanks, man. It's like proper corporate level. Nice. I
Sir,
really,
I have a
really love.
question.
Yeah, is there any other question that you all have?
No, I just read it from the comments. If we have to touch our elders' feet if we want to get charged, and how do grandparents get charged?
Grandparents are these storehouses of energy that are ever charged. They are self-charging entities.
Actually, they get charged from us.
Because the
That is
grandparents had
annoying.
been,
Sir,
We
if
get
you don't
charged from
find
them
some
and
help,
they get
themselves all their lives, so they have extra. Like the grandparents have been touching their elders' feet for all their lives, so they have extra energy with their which they're passing on to us.
or they touch the God's feet.
Or they just charge by us charging ourselves.
Maybe
The
they
circle
connected
just
to a,
completed both ways.
maybe they just connected to a body charging outlet.
Come on. Don't call them a body charging
Okay.
outlet, Johan.
Fine. So while Ovi keeps on doing this for the rest of the night, okay, this is the time when I'm going to do this and I'm going to wish you all a goodbye. Thank you so much.
And Ovi
Hope to see you later.
Bye, Tapan
Bye.
sir.
Thank you.
Bye, Tapan sir. It was
Bye,
such a
sir.
fun, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
The
Bye,
session
It was
was
such a fun session, sir. We learned a lot
It was
about
very
you.
fun.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Bye.
sir.
See you soon.
He's
Bye.
gone.
Wait, where is sir?
Bye, sir.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He left long back.
Well, that's
Bye.
farewell. That's
Bye.
farewell.